Reverend Franklin Graham says it might be tough for President Trump to run again in 2024. The heavyweight evangelical leader making news in an interview with Axios on HBO. Graham saying everything will depend on his health at the time. Graham also explained why he supported the former president despite some of his moral failings.
People say, well, Franklin, how can you defend him when he's lived such a sordid life? I never said he was the best example of the Christian faith. He defends the faith, and I appreciate that very, very much.
CBN News Chief Political Analyst David Brody joins us now to discuss. David, what about this interview? Franklin Graham making a lot of news over the weekend and in his defense of Trump, speaking for probably many evangelicals who like how Trump defended their faith.
Yeah, it's not surprising, and it's consistent with not only what Franklin Graham has said in the past, but what evangelicals feel in totality about President Trump. He's not going to win Boy Scout of the Year. As a matter of fact, I think he'd come in dead last. But beyond that, look, he is defending the faith, so to speak. In other words, what does that mean, defending the faith? It means Judeo-Christian, time-honored, traditional biblical principles that many conservatives believe in. And so that's what Donald Trump did. But also, he was a fighter. And I think people, Christians who feel like this has been a society slouching towards Gomorrah, if you will, wanted to see someone get up there and fight, and they were done with the Mitt Romneys of the world who want that genteel politics. They weren't going to have any of that. They wanted someone to fight for them, and that's what Trump did.
David, Reverend Graham also made some comments that is gaining some headlines. He talked about it possibly being tough for Trump to run in 2024 based on his age and potential health. How significant is that, David? It almost sounded like an unendorsement.
Well, yeah, it was kind of head-scratching to me, honestly. That was, I think, the most interesting part of the interview. I'm not quite sure why he would say that exactly. I mean, I'm not quite sure if Mike Allen did the follow-up exactly on that. But look, I can tell you this, the sources that I'm talking to close to Trump and in Mar-a-Lago are not talking at all about his health. He's fine. Yeah. Does he have McDonald's quite often? Sure. He likes his occasional cheeseburger. But beyond that, he's lost 15 pounds. He's probably in the best health he's ever been in. But beyond all that, look, health with Donald Trump has never been the issue. The guy's got stamina. I mean, he would run circles around all of us.
David, though, do you think this was a polite or a soft way for Franklin Graham to say that he's moving on from President Trump and would like to see someone else?
Well, Jenna, I'd like to say, as I look kind of into the camera like this, that's a very astute observation. However, I will say that while it may be possible, look, Franklin Graham usually doesn't beat around the bush. So this idea that, you know, if he really didn't want Trump to run again, you sense he would say it. However, I don't think he would say it now, and that's why he's maybe just laying some groundwork out there, and we'll see what happens when we get closer to 2024.
Yeah, we will see. David, so there's new reporting from the Daily Mail and The Hill that former President Trump, that he will start holding rallies as soon as next month. What are you hearing about that, David?
I'm hearing the same thing. I can tell you that it sounds like it's a go. The question is where and when. But of course, the details in Trump land typically change quite often, multiple times. So anything I reported today might be different tomorrow. But the bottom line is, yeah, I think you're going to have the rallies start very, very soon. Definitely June.
All right. CBN News Chief Political Analyst David Brody. Thanks, David.
Thanks, guys.